Hey, we're catching up on the Watchalong show too. So this is like the last 2 weeks of stuff. There was an attempt on Aaron's life
Yes.
at a fast food restaurant in the Midwest, and we're glad to have him. But it's put us in limbo for a little bit here on Why We Love Horror. But again, I'm John Maher. That's Aaron Brooks. Aaron, good to see you alive.
Yeah, good to be back. Wasn't feeling great there, but I ended up watching 2 whole movies on the your watch along list as I was sick, since I was unable to really watch much. But also added 2 more Giallo movies, so I'm feeling much better.
Yeah, we are not. I think we have one more Giallo week left after this, but we are smack dab in the middle of our Giallo fest. So yeah, again, and you can't watch Lucio Fulci, Mario Bava, Dario Argento. However, so many other talented directors, secondary in the picture. We'll start with your guy. I think this first week, your first week it's different, but our second week we watched the same director. Didn't plan it, but what was the first movie you watched?
I went to Sergio Martino, which is kind of cheating. I feel like you couldn't make it the big four and add him, but and I went with Your Vice is a Locked Room, and Only I Have the Key, starring Edwidge Finch.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah,
can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with that director, and can't go wrong with that actress. The most beautiful woman to ever appear on screen, other than Anna Karina. Yeah, just an incredible like Giallo. So solid, so much fun, so much sex. Basically starts out with like a husband obsessed with like humiliating his wife, doing a bunch of orgies. Then there's murders that are happening, so the wife gets blamed, and there's a black cat angle to it all, and so much more. And those are just a few of my favorite things. Like I love this one. Almost a 4.5. Like just a great time at the movies.
Yeah. I just happen to have seen this movie as well. I can't watch all your Edwidge Finch movies, please. Like you don't know what you're missing on. I'm slightly lower just because the movie it's extremely convoluted, but it's a good kind of convoluted.
Yeah,
a 4 for me. But what was the second movie you watched?
And yeah, so going into the second week, like I wanted to continue to really dig, and it just like ended up where I like finally came across a movie that like I've seen the title to, and I like assumed it was gonna just be just something different than it was. It's The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. And I ended up watching the same director, Emilio Miraglia. And this one is basically after the death of 2 sisters' grandfather. They inherit a castle, and then they're haunted by what they think is the Red Queen, who claims to claim 7 lives every 100 years. And then a woman in a mysterious cloak starts targeting them, and it goes back to maybe something that happened from childhood where involving a drowning. And then there's a ton of twists involved once again with this one. This is like one of my favorite Giallos I've seen in a while. It's shot really, really beautifully. Like it reminds me a lot of Don't Look Now, even though it's from 1972. So I don't know if that's pre or post Don't Look Now.
I think it might be, is that the same year or slightly before?
Yeah, but like just the use of the red and like the red hooded like mysterious figure in this is like used in a similar way in some ways, and then how the flashbacks play in as it goes is just insane. Like and then the final twist after like the 5th or 6th twist, they all worked for me very, very well. I really, this is like if you're a fan of Giallo, this is one you got to see. Like if you're not a fan of Giallo, this is not going to change your mind. You're going to probably give it 2 stars. It's a little bit slow at times. I think that's methodical. But it's really done well. Barbara Boucher, Marina Malfatti play the 2 lead sisters, and just really good. 5 stars. One of my favorite.
I gotta check that out then. Yeah. We'll get into my 2 Giallo movies. My first week, I watched a movie I know you watched. I think you watched it for the Alphabet Challenge. It was your K. Mm-hmm. I watched Killer Nun, which I didn't dislike the movie, but like Didn't it seem like maybe the whole movie was just like framing scenes where Paolo Mora walked around naked? Like
Yep.
it was very. I'm not saying that '70s Giallo films didn't like have nudity as a pillar. Like some of them did, especially as a strip nude for your killer. It's done the right way. This seems like he just wanted to film this particular woman naked, and built the entire movie around it, and the movie suffered because of that, in my eyes. That being said, some of the kills and the effects are really good, and the story itself, when you just think, oh, what was the story? The story is pretty good too. It's just like you got to hide your intentions a little bit better than that, buddy. Jeez, this is a 3-star movie for me.
Yeah, I was expected to be a little more psychedelic, a little crazier. 3 for me as well.
And the second movie I watched, we did watch the same director, Emilio P. I think it's Moralia. Emilio P. Moralia. I watched The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave, and I didn't like figure out. Like, I don't know if he wrote this movie as well. Let me see here. Who wrote this movie? He did, and 2 other people wrote this movie. I don't understand the choice to make like a Patrick Bateman character. Like I understand like American Psycho is framed like Patrick Bateman's the protagonist, but like the whole time he's like a fucking douchebag. He really is the bad guy. In this movie, we legit start out with this British socialite, and he's like psychotic, and he's killing women, and he's presented as the bad guy. But then like the first twist happens like 15 minutes in, where it's like, oh, that's just his hobby. He's a regular rich dude. Then you follow this dude around the whole movie, and you're like, wait, he just fucking like tortured and murdered a girl. like it's not even done ironically. And it took me out of the whole movie. And at the end of the movie, it's like, I don't care that the sociopath is hunting the psychopath. It's like I couldn't root for anybody. But again, there's some cool scenes. It's if you like Giallo, but like can suspend disbelief, you're probably having a good time with this one too. This is a 3-star movie for me as well.
Yeah, I'll get to it because I really did love the Queen. Murders 7 times. So,
and you might like it. It's very British. For an Italian movie, it winds up being very British. That being said, our the Why We Love Horror Letterboxd challenge is there. We watched all 4 of those movies for that. But on top of that, Aaron gave me 100 movies to watch throughout the year, and I gave Aaron 100 movies to watch throughout the year. So we'll just check Aaron's progress. Aaron, what'd you watch over the last few weeks?
Like I tipped at the beginning, I watched 2 movies, so really picked up the pace in this double episode week. But I started with The Other Gift, which I will continue to call it, even though it came out before The Gift I Prefer, which is the Joel Edgerton The Gift, and Sam Raimi's 2000 The Gift, starring Cate Blanchett, and I would say starring Keanu Reeves in a very different role here from Keanu Reeves, and a lot of different accents here. This movie is more than just the topless scene by Katie Holmes. Believe it or not, there's more to this movie, guys. Go check it out. I didn't love this movie by any stretch. I thought it was kind of weird and kind of all over the place, and so many accents. Greg Kinnear tries an accent. Katie Holmes tries a different accent. Cate Blanchett tries a different accent. They all work. So there's that. Sam Raimi, I don't know, is trying to do something a little non-Sam Raimi here. And it's okay. Keanu Reeves' character is so dark, it's insane. No one ever told me about that. But I don't know. It's still The Other Gift for me. I give it 3 stars.
I'm a little higher on this movie. I do like all the stuff about it. It is a pretty, besides maybe A Simple Plan and For the Love of the Game. This is the least Sam Raimi horror movie for sure, but it is still pretty good. I'm at a 4 for The Gift. I like the whole story actually, and I think it ends at the perfect time, because if it goes on for like another 10 minutes, the story's gonna get really, really dark.
Yeah.
And your second movie?
I watched 2004's Shudder, which is a Thai movie, and I really thought this was solid. Mid-2000s, supernatural. It's about a couple who get in a car accident one night when they might be a little drunk, and they run over someone on the road and crash into a sign. They drive away without checking on the person. The person begins to haunt them through photographs. Look at this photograph. It makes me laugh. And June, I believe is his name, or Toon.
Yep.
Toon is a photographer, and they do like have some really good creepy photography scenes. Like, there's nothing in this movie that's reinventing the wheel or the photograph by any stretch, but it's done really well, and I think it's well written as well. I liked it. 3.5. Like, I didn't love it. I don't think it blew my mind. Like, it's not, but I like Thai supernatural movies in general. So
I'm right at 3.5 too. I think if you're going to get into Thai supernatural movies, I think I watched like the Undertaker a few years back, or the Medium. I think is Thai, right? Yeah, the Medium is Thai. Like, yeah, this is a good gateway movie for that. It's not as good as those other movies I just named, but it's good enough for you to like get your feet wet. I'm also at a 3.5 on Shudder. So now we'll get into the movies I watched. The first movie I watched, a director that's familiar to us, makes movies I like a lot.
Woo!
Yeah, Koji Shiraishi's Occult. I think honestly, the only drawback to Occult is some of the effects are just like video toaster, like early, like 2000. Like they're too early for this movie. This is a 2009 movie, but they're very 2000 special effects. That's the only thing that took me out of this movie because the story is a fucking banger. Like just basically like. Oh, and Kiyoshi Kurosawa shows up in this movie as himself. Did I mention that? Like that's basically it's like a lot of other of Shiraishi's movies. It's just like he's playing himself and he's exploring something and he just kind of stumbles upon something and it's done like a really you would believe it was a documentary if you didn't know you're watching. Like if there weren't any weird spliced in special effects, it could be very real. I don't even want to spoil it too much. Occult. They stumble upon a lot of shit. Put it that way, and it goes places. It's a 4-star movie for me.
Yeah, it's 4.5 for me. This movie really freaked me out the more I thought about it too. Like,
yeah,
it was like quite scary. Like, I don't know. I highly recommend it. I'm not going to say much about it.
Yeah, another movie. A movie I'm surprised it took me this long to watch this movie, even though it's not really a movie a lot of people have seen. 2010's Christmas horror movie, Rare Exports: A Christmas Tale. When it started, I was like, "Oh shit, is that the guy from Sisu? Oh shit, is this the director from Sisu? It is. It is. So yeah. if you like Sisu, you're gonna like have just a bunch of like a lot of warm feelings in this really fucked up movie about like what Santa Claus really is and like what the elves really are." It's I'd say this movie is like, while it's like, independent, I guess is a nice way to put it. Like the story itself is like incredibly clever, and I appreciate the shit out of this movie. If you haven't seen Rare Exports and you can tolerate European horror, like me, do it. It's really good. 3.5.
Really good. It's a 3. It was solid. Like Christmas horror has to be like it being like I give it a 3. Christmas horror has to like really hit me in the right spot to really, really work. Like otherwise I do get kind of disinterested pretty quickly. So it was solid enough.
Yeah. A final movie, which I did not know played into another movie like directly. Like it reframed more Benson and Moorhead for me again, which these guys they don't stop. Even though this movie came first. Resolution from 2012. Like, yep. I had seen The Endless and didn't realize that a lot of the lore of what's happening to the characters in The Endless is covered in this movie. So I actually went back. I didn't log it, but I just kind of like glossed over The Endless a second time after I watched this movie, and it makes The Endless better. Even though this movie is like older, and I think a lot of the reviews I saw online kind of shit on it because it clearly is like they're still finding their footing. Like the effects are kind of like, but the story itself, like how complicated it is, it's like House of Leaves complicated, which is like a thing to do. So I'm only docking it just because it's raw. But like Resolution's a 3.5, and like it'll get you if you're gonna go on your Benson and Moorhead run, start here. This is where it starts.
Yeah, it's a nice tight little mystery on a horror budget movie with like a pretty surprising ending, especially if you don't know you're getting into. So yeah, I give it a 3.5. I like that. Very interesting.
Yeah, watch this and then The Endless. I think Something in the Dirt might actually be kind of towing the same. Like they're all taking place kind of in the same.
I agree.
idea. And so do something else. Give me more. But that'll do it for this week. Those are the movies we watched. Let's go through those lists one more time. That is the Why We Love Horror third annual Letterboxd challenge. Those are my 100 movies, and those are Aaron's 100 movies. But if you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group of Why We Love Horror. And check us out. I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. We'll see you next week when we close out Giallo.